Hi class 7, welcome to DPSJ. Today is 27th April and I have taught you English literature in my previous class also about the Govinda's disciple, and today I am going to proceed with the third stanza. So I think you have gone through the poem, all of you. So please take out your book and take out page number 13, page number 12. So I'm reading the poem from first again and I'm explaining you the rest of the stanzas. Okay. Far below flowed the Ganga, quick and clear. Above frowned the jutting bank. Hills dark with the woods and scared with the torrents were gathered around. Govinda, the great teacher, sat on the rock, reading scriptures when Raghunath, his disciple, proud of his wealth, came and bowed to him and said, I have bought my poor wealth unworthy of their acceptance. Thus saying, he displayed before the teacher a pair of gold bangles, studded with costly gems and emeralds. The master took up one of them, twirling it round his finger, and the stones darted shafts of light. Suddenly it slipped from his hand and rolled down the bank into the water. Raghunath jumped into the water. The teacher set his eyes upon his book, and the water held and hid what it stole and ran its way. At sunset, Raghunath came back. He begged him to show him the place where it fell. The teacher took the other bangle and threw it into the water, saying, There it is. So in my previous class, I told you that Govinda's disciple brought some reward for his guru, Govinda. Okay. And Govinda was sitting on the rock, and what he was doing, he was reading scriptures. Okay. And his disciple don't know whether his gift or his reward will be accepted by the guru or not. So now let us see the third stanza. Thus saying means while he was saying, the guru, that I have bought my poor wealth unworthy of the acceptance, thus saying, he displayed before the teacher a pair of gold bangles. So he displayed means he showed the bangle, okay, before the teacher. What type of bangle it was? It was not an ordinary bangle, it was a gold bangle, pair of gold bangles, studded with costly gems and emeralds. Studded means it was decorated. The bangles was decorated with gems and emeralds. Gems and emeralds are some costly or precious stones which are decorated in the bangles. Now, the master took up one of them. The master took one bangle in his hand and twirling it round his finger. Twirling means he moved the bangle in his finger. Okay, twirling it round his finger, and the stones darted shafts of light. So, and from the stones which was decorated in the bangles, and from that stones came out some shafts of life. Okay, darted shafts of light means that stones was reflecting shafts of light. Okay, suddenly it slipped from his hand. So while he was twirling it or moving it around his finger, that time it suddenly slipped from his hand and it rolled down the bank into the water. Okay, and rolled down the bank into the water. It rolled down, rolling down the bank into the water. Raghunath jumped into the water. So what Raghunath did? So when he saw that the bangle, it slipped into the water, that time he jumped into the water. The teacher set his eyes upon his book, but the teacher did not bother for the bangle. After Raghunath jumped into the water, Govinda Govinda did not see what his disciple was doing. Okay, he kept his eyes on his book, and the water held and hid what it stole and ran its way. So he was least bothered. Who was least bothered? Govinda was least bothered about his disciple, that where he has gone. Okay, and he was also not bothered about the bangles. Okay, he kept on looking through the book, and the water held and hid. Water held and hid means, you know that if it is a river, then there will be tide. So the water level will go up, again it will go down. So the water held means it went up and again hid what it stole. So in that swift flowing river, with the moving water also, the bangle also moved down, and what it stole and ran its way. That means the river water, while it is moving in its course, it may have carried the bangle and went away. So that's why it's telling that what it stole and ran its way. That means the river had stole that bangle, okay, and ran its way. Now this last stanza, at sunset Raghunath came back. Okay, so at sunset, when it was evening time, at sunset Raghunath, that is his disciple, came back. He begged him to show him the place where it fell. That means the whole day he tried to search the gold bangle, but he was unable to get it. So that's why he was asking his guru Govinda that to tell him actually which place, or perfectly which place he threw that one, okay, or where the bangle fell. Now the teacher only threw one bangle. Now what the teacher did, the teacher took the another bangle and threw it into the water, saying, there it is. Okay, so the teacher, he has another bangle with him, and that bangle he threw it in the same place, and he threw it, and after that he is saying that in that point, or there it is lying. So from this poem, what we can learn, or what we can understand, students? So we can understand that the guru does not give any value to gold, because for him everything is valueless. Okay, for him the only value which he has, that is the value of the scriptures which he was reading, the holy texts. For him, like, he was a pious person, and for him the importance in his life was only the words of the holy scriptures. Okay, and not this worldly things or items or materialistic things. So that's why this gold bangles, which was more valuable and precious for Govinda's disciple, that Raghunath, it was meaningless for Govinda. That is why what we have seen, that the time when at once the bangle fell into the river water, Raghunath jumped into the water in order to search it. That means he was still so much attached with the wealth. He was unable to get a proper lesson from his teacher. He cannot sacrifice his love, or his he was so much devoted to the wealth. That's why he could not leave those wealth, though he brought the bangles for his guru. But we can see that when he is losing that bangle, he is so eager to search that bangle in the river, that after the whole day, even after he has not got the bangle, he came back to the guru, and again he is asking that please show me the place where you have thrown the bangle. And again the guru threw it. This shows that the Govinda, the teacher or the guru, he also understood that Raghunath cannot give up his wealth, and that is why he cannot get the proper lesson from him. So students, go through the poem once more, and please try to understand the meaning each and every line, and whichever the difficult words you found, please learn the spellings and learn the meanings whichever it is given in your book, and write down the meanings in your English literature copy. First you will write down the meanings, and then we should proceed with the other exercises. Okay, so whatever what is the theme, or what is the main idea we have got, and what you have also got, try to write a summary of this. First you try to learn this, and then you write a summary in the rough. Then I will ask you to do a fair. Okay, thank you students.